is the burden of proof that you have to convince me that what you're doing is not unethical? Or is it that I just assume what you're doing is fine, which is where we are right now. Right now, where we are is
Yeah.
everyone just assumes everyone else is doing something fine and then is shocked to later
Yeah.
learn that in fact the technology was used in a problematic way. And I think at the very least, we need to bring a little bit of the burden of proof over to say, you got to do some due diligence.
Yeah.
Figure out if this is one of those cases where you should at least be talking with the other side about whether you're contributing to building a system that is problematic.
And one that I'll just draw attention to is that it's not just procurement and it's not just your clients. But one thing that we're always telling our clients is asking them, what's the scope of this program? So is this going to apply as well to strategic partners? Is it going to apply to investors? What about in your mergers and acquisitions process? Is there going to be ethical due diligence there as well? Okay, let's come back to ethical interoperability. So I think there are really two things that you've brought to the fore. One is, I'm going to say it's a pragmatic question. Maybe it's not. It's an ethical, pragmatic question. How do we make sure, or how do we increase the probability of two or more parties signing up to the same ethical standards in building the AI and embedding the model inside of some larger solution? That's one, something like, how do we work together? And then the other is a more straightforward ethical question, which is, how do we distribute blame when things go sideways, when things go ethically sideways? So if those are the two issues, let me give really simple answers to both of those questions, and you tell me why they're oversimplified. How do we do it? Well, we just talk with each other. Here, what are your standards? Here are our standards. All right, if you like, negotiate, or putting it business-like, negotiate, putting it the way that you and I might want to deliberate together about what the standards ought to be, about what's ethically acceptable. So we just talk about it. That's a simple answer. And with regards to the other question, how do we apportion blame when things go ethically sideways? It depends on the use case. There's nothing that we can say before knowing the context of the particular way in which the AI was developed and deployed, monitored, etc. But I think those are oversimplified answers. So you tell me what's so simple about them.
Yeah.